Hi guys, I want to go over the combination vehicles with you. So when handling older trailers that do not have spring brakes, and if the air supply in the trailer air tank is leaked away, there will be no emergency brakes and the trailer brakes or trailer wheels will turn freely. This could be very dangerous. Always test the trailer brakes before you drive. Think safety first. So you supply air to the tanks by A, pushing in the trailer air supply valve, or B, connecting the service line glad hand. So the answer on that is going to be A, pushing in the trailer air supply valve. A driver crosses the air lines when hooking up to an old trailer with no spring brakes. What will happen? The driver could drive away with no trailer brakes. Glad hands are used for connecting the service and emergency lines from the tractor to the trailer. You connect the air lines, but before you back under the trailer, you should A, make sure that the trailer brakes are off. That's a no. You definitely want your brakes on the trailer if you're going to be backing under it. Walk around the equipment to make sure that it is clear, or supply air to the trailer system, then pull out the supply knob. So C is going to be the answer on that. Supply air to the trailer system and then pull out the supply knob. In order to unlock the fifth wheel, you will need to pull the release handle to the open position. For a coupling to be complete, the safety catch for the fifth wheel locking lever must be over the locking lever. And for those of you that may be really new, coupling means you're coupling your truck to your trailer. So when you hook up the truck to the trailer, that is called coupling. Which part of the kingpin should the locking jaws close around? That's going to be the shank. As a professional driver, you should be sure that the fifth wheel plate is greased at all times to prevent steering problems. When should you use a hand valve to park a combination vehicle? That is going to be never. Never use the hand valve to park a combination vehicle. The trailer air supply control or tractor protection valve control should automatically close when it falls between 20 and 45 psi. So when the tractor protection valve closes, it stops any air from going out of the tractor. It also lets the air out of the trailer emergency line. So that causes the trailer emergency brakes to come on. The best way to see if your trailer started to skid is to, and the answer here is going to be A, see it in your mirrors. When coupling, the proper position of the fifth wheel is going to be tilted down towards the end of the tractor. And you want that pointed down because your fifth wheel is going to be almost like a fork. If you have it up or even, you can poke a hole in the end of your trailer. So you want that to be pointed down. That way the trailer can run right up, just smoothly go up on it. And a trailer is most likely to jackknife when it is empty. If the spring brakes do not release when you push the trailer air supply control, you should check the airline connections. If the front trailer supports are up and the trailer is resting on the tractor, make sure there's enough clearance between the tractor frame and the landing gear. A tractor with a blank trailer requires the shortest stopping distance, either loaded or empty. So it is going to be loaded. You should not back a tractor under a trailer until the whole air system is at normal pressure. You're coupling a tractor to a semi-trailer. You backed up but are not under it. What should you hook up before backing under the semi-trailer? You're going to hook up the emergency and the service air lines. And just to kind of jump in here on this one, when you're out on the road, you're probably going to be told differently. But for now, what you want to think and what the DMV wants you to answer is that you're going to hook up those emergency and air lines before you back under the trailer. When should you use chocks to park a trailer that is not equipped with spring brakes? That's going to be always. When you're uncoupling a loaded trailer, lower the landing gear until it makes firm contact with the ground. Under good driving conditions, you should leave at least 1 second of space between your vehicle and the vehicle ahead for every 10 feet of your vehicle's length. You want to inspect the trailer supports. You should place the tractor transmission in which gear after you've uncoupled the trailer, and that is going to be neutral. You're driving a combination vehicle. If the service air line comes apart but the emergency lines stay together, what will happen right away? Nothing's going to happen until you try to apply the brakes. You are coupling a semi-trailer to your tractor but have not yet backed under it. The trailer's at the right height when the trailer is raised slightly when the tractor is backed under it. You're driving a combination vehicle. The trailer breaks away and pulls apart both air lines. You would expect the trailer brakes to come on and the tractor protection valve to close. In general, the higher your truck's center of gravity, the easier it is to turn over. After you supply air to the trailer, make sure the air lines are not crossed and the trailer brakes are working. You do this by applying and releasing the trailer brakes and listening to the brake sounds. You have uncoupled a trailer and you want to inspect the landing gear. The tractor should be positioned with the tractor frame under the trailer. That is very important. That way, if there's something wrong with your landing gear, you can easily just back up, hook back up, and take it to get it fixed. Tractors can take longer to stop than a combination vehicle. So basically, just the truck without a trailer can take longer to stop than a combination vehicle, and that is true. When checking the trailer's emergency brakes, the tractor protection control valve should be placed in the emergency position. 2 things a driver can do to prevent a rollover is to go slow around curves and keep the cargo as close to the ground as possible. When you have a major leak in the service line and you put on the brakes, service air pressure will escape and cause the trailer emergency brakes to come on. After the trailer's been coupled to the tractor protection control valve should be placed in what position? So you've coupled it, you're ready to go, you're going to put it in normal position. The tractor protection valve will close and the trailer's emergency brakes will come on when there's a major leak in the brake line. The air leakage rate for a combination of 2 vehicles with the engine off, the brakes off, should not be greater than 3 psi in 1 minute. If that engine was on and the brakes were on, it's going to be 4 psi. Because when you have your brakes on, you're putting pressure on that, you're pushing that air out at a faster rate. So, on a combination vehicle, if the engine's off and brakes are off, it's going to be 3. Brakes are on, you're looking at 4 psi. If you cannot make a turn without entering another traffic lane, you should turn wide as you complete the turn. For safety reasons, the trailer brake should always be locked before backing under a trailer. After you lock the kingpin into the 5th wheel, you should check the connection by pulling the tractor head gently while the trailer brakes are locked. This is commonly known as a tug test. To stop a trailer skid, you should release the service brakes. When a loss of air pressure in the emergency line happens, it causes a trailer's emergency brakes to come on. To prevent a jackknife in normal driving conditions, some drivers have been taught to use a hand valve, the trailer-only brake, after stepping on the brake pedal. When should this method be used? It should not be done. You are uncoupling a trailer. After you shut off the trailer air supply and lock the trailer brakes, you should back up gently to ease pressure on the 5th wheel locking jaws. When you get ready to back under a trailer, you should line up directly in front of the trailer. You have pushed in the trailer supply valve. You should not move the tractor until the whole air system is at normal pressure. Okay, that's a little bit on combinations. Definitely, though, you want to read the manual. This is some of the more common questions, but you want to read that manual. Very important. All right, you guys have a great day.